Hello everybody, filozsofia is here with a new video for you. I know my lighting isn't the best right now, so I apologize for that. I am back to work in the school, so now it's late evening, and this is the best lighting I could do. Which brings us to the topic: school movies. I looked over my collection and pulled out some movies that I can wholeheartedly recommend to you to watch to get into the mood to go back to school if you're a teacher, or if you're an adult going back to the university. And I just want to say this video isn't for children, and most of the movies aren't for children in this list as well. I just wanted to get that out of the way. And also, this list is not a definitive list whatsoever. These are just some of my picks that I just pulled off of my shelf, and this is not a top 10 list. These are probably, a lot of them are my favorite school movies, but I have some favorite school movies that I do not own yet, interestingly. I don't know how, but so those are not gonna be in this list, maybe next year. So with all that said, let's start. My first recommendation is Jack. Robin Williams' Jack. This movie never came out on Blu-ray. You can only find it on DVD, and I have the DVD version. When I think of school movies, this one pops to my mind right away. I think I seen this movie as a kid. I'm not sure when was this released, somewhere in the 90s. The topic is so captivating. When Jack was born, he came early, but he was fully developed. And then as he grew much faster pace than any of his peers. So when he actually gets to go to school, I think 9 years old, 10-year-old, he looks like a 40-year-old guy in a 10-year-old's mind. So the parents first very overly protective. They didn't even want him to go, but his personality shines through the whole movie, and the way he makes friends, and it kind of shows how he goes through life. It's kind of a coming of age story, but because his life is very quick, it's almost like a life story of Jack, but it is focusing on his school years, especially elementary school, but there are later school experiences are in the movie too, like he graduates and such. Very touching movie. Such a great, like, I would recommend this as a family movie. It's a PG-13. Parents strongly cautioned. Well, depends on your kids. This movie could be a really good conversation piece with older kids. So Jack, highly recommend this movie. The next pick of mine, another underrated gem, Paid Forward. How do you say, Haley Joel Osment, the boy from Sixth Sense. I don't know what happened to him. I actually looked him up on YouTube, and he doesn't really do many movies anymore. he was such an amazing child actor. So sad that he's not acting anymore as an adult. He looks completely different than when he was a child. This movie is about a middle schooler, little boy, who gets an assignment from his teacher, played by Kevin Spacey. It's a social assignment. Is to do something to change the world, and of course usually nobody takes that assignment too seriously. They try to come up with something, but what this little kid come up with actually brings changes to a lot of people's life. And that is, it's not a spoiler, it's in the title, Pay It Forward. But how he does it, watch the movie. It's an amazing movie. I'm not sure if this is available on Blu-ray or not, but I like my snapper cases because it has nice artwork in them usually. And this is a widescreen edition, so I think the quality was okay. So Pay It Forward. It's a drama. Both of them, Jack and Pay It Forward, is a drama movie as well, not like comedies. The next movie, which is even more serious drama, is Doubt. Amazing performances by Meryl Streep and Philip Seymour Hoffman and Amy Adams. I love this movie so much. It's such an intense character study. Also, Viola Davis is in this movie as well. This movie is centered in a Catholic school. Not so much about the kids and the education, so this is kind of the odd one out of the list, but I really wanted to recommend you if you have not seen Doubt, because if you question faith, if you question other people or trust, character study on integrity, I really have to rewatch it. Haven't since I got the Blu-ray. I just got this Blu-ray not long time ago. I found it in a movie trading place with the slipcover. I was so happy because I've been looking for this movie. So it's on my rewatch list. So it's not so vivid memory for me, but I know it had a very strong effect on me. So this is gonna be one of the movies I've been rewatching soon. Doubt. Alright, let's go some more easygoing direction with a classic, Mean Girls. How can I not mention Mean Girls? When it comes to school movies, this is the quintessential of school movies. I think everybody was sad, and probably most of the people seen this movie. It's a fun movie, but it has some minimal depth to it. Not so minimal. I like the dynamic, and it's funny. Like this one came in a cool pink case, although I'm not a pink girl. But this is kind of cool, stands out in the collection. So Mean Girls. Also, another quintessential school movie is the Grease collection, and this is my special steelbook Grease collection. So this is Grease, Grease 2, and Grease Live, and it looks like a what do you call those things? Locker room, that's right. And this is the inside. I'm not gonna take out all this disc right now, but it has like little pictures under there. So this movie, my favorite is, and please don't be angry, I love Grease too. If you watched my videos, you know why. Michelle Pfeiffer. Do I need to say anything more? That was my very first Grease I saw. I watched it because of her, Michelle Pfeiffer, and I loved it. The song Cool Rider is just really cool and fun, and yeah, I just liked it better than the first one, even though the first one is more classic. Grease 2 all the way. And I know that there are other people who are fan of the second one and favorite rather than the first one, but the first one is definitely a classic with John Travolta and the Pink Girls, and I have not watched this live, so I don't know how is that. All right, next up is how do I introduce this movie? Well, this movie means so much to me. This is one of my ultimate favorite movies of all, and I say movie, but it is really a miniseries, and you probably have not heard of it. It is Abigail. This is a Hungarian TV miniseries. You can see it in the back. Takes place in a boarding school, all girls boarding school, Christian boarding school, very strict during the World War II. I adore this movie. If you can get your hands on one with the English subtitles, I really highly encourage you to do so. I reached out to Criterion Collection to try to get this movie in the collection because I think this would be such a great addition, and I would love for them to do their Criterion magic on this movie, because the picture and the sound quality isn't the best on these DVDs, but I love this movie so much. And I actually have two versions of it. This one, I should have grabbed the other one too. This one and another one, because one does not have English subtitles, and I had to have both because I wanted to show my husband. I mean, one of my favorite movie. It just have so much subtle humanity in this movie. I don't know how to describe, just all the characters, everybody has its role that are not cheesy, not it's realistic. You really get involved with the characters, and interestingly, my husband said, and I never noticed that ever when I watched this movie, he thinks it's more like a play. I guess because there's not so much of cinematic score present in this movie. But I just heard that some people are really fond of that style. Like, for example, I haven't watched it, but I heard similar things about the portrait of a lady on fire, and some of the other earlier silent films. So if you are a fan of those kind of movies, I highly recommend it. Also, this is based upon a book, and one of my dear subscribers told me that it was just translated to English, so I definitely have to get that on my hands. And the writer is Szabó Magda, which would be flipped Magda Szabó, because in Hungary we put the family name first, so that would be the last name here, and the first name is last, if that makes sense. So that's her family name, Szabó. So it would be Magda Szabó, Abigail. Highly recommended. I cannot talk high enough. I probably make a video of it where I collect my thoughts a little bit better, but this was more like I planned for this video, but it was more like a spontaneous just pulled out these movies. So, which brings us to another movie that's very dear to my heart. This is Dangerous Minds. The title is in Hungarian because this is my original Hungarian copy that I got. I liked in Hungary we had these holograms on all our DVD editions. It was kind of like a cool thing. Like, yeah, in this one too I have it. Alright, back to topic. Dangerous Minds. This was the very first movie of Michelle Pfeiffer, the queen. Very first of her movies I saw, and I was blown away. I know this movie can get a little cheesy, but at that time of my life, I was just sucked into this world, and I wanted to be a teacher at that time, so I was really inspired by her character. And of course you've got Coolio's Gangster's Paradise song in there, which is really cool, and I have the soundtrack of this movie as well. So the basic premise of this movie is that I'm not sure what, somewhere I think in California, she is put into a school where nobody wants to go, kind of like the projects type of school, around the projects, and a lot of minorities, a lot of people in poverty. They don't care about school, they're disrespectful, they have their own life struggles, so school is the last thing on their mind. And she changes that picture, which is, I know it's very preachy and utopistic that you can change that, but I think it's inspirational. If you work in the field, it can inspire you that yes, you can bring change. And me working with kids in a school, I can see how important to have somebody like her, or a teacher, or a person at the school that you can look up to, can have a role model, and somebody who cares when nobody else cares at home, your family, but you know truly that she cares, or I care about kids at school personally, not just because of my job. So very inspirational movie. I know gets a little cheesy, but still great movie. And I just love how in Hungary, in the early days of DVDs, they were done so nice. They all came in these clear cases, and they had inside artwork, as I shown. So that's just a collector comment on that. Next movie, we're moving up. I don't know if you've noticed, started with elementary school, then middle, high school, and now it is university time. So, Monsters University. Yes, this is a very bottom of the barrel Pixar movie, but not for me. At least not bottom. I don't know. I haven't ranked really Pixar movies. It's not in my top tier, but I really enjoyed Monsters University. It's a fun little movie. It even has of course some extra soul spice to it that just gives the feels. Um, when we learn about how Mike and Sully became good friends and at the university. So how did they learn the scare tactics and like college rivalry and a lot of so many inferences to college and those sororities. So yeah, really fun. And the grand finale, the last movie I picked up, is what else can it be than Good Will Hunting? Seriously, I don't really know what to say because I think everything was said about this movie. It's such a classic. Again, Robin Williams, one of my favorites, as if you wouldn't guess yet. Matt Damon is amazing. Ben Affleck. This I like this poster. I mean, I like this picture as a poster. I'm not so crazy about it. But fun fact, I wonder if I can find it quick. Good Will Hunting. Maybe not. Fun fact though, this was my very first, or one of my very first DVDs, so I thought I would never get rid of that. But I guess I had to keep it. Sorry. Good Will Hunting. Sorry guys, I thought I could pull it out, but must be somewhere else. That's really close to my heart, that DVD that I don't want to get rid of because of, or did I put it in here? Sometimes I like to combine my DVDs and Blu-rays. So yes, I'm getting really thirsty, so I think I will finish up with Good Will Hunting. Just one thing I want to say about this is again I think very similar to Dangerous Minds, when you find that person in your life, a teacher, an educator, or somebody you can look up to, you can learn from, that inspires you, and you know that they care, then you're not lost. That's why it's so important in school to have people who are passionate about other people, little people, or in the university, almost adults, just to care about each other. And I think that's the, other than educating, that's the best thing about schools and good teachers, is that they care, and they don't just teach academics. They teach life lessons. They teach integrity, and they care. He is not a teacher. If you haven't seen it for whatever reason, he is a psychologist. But if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil or anything. Please watch it. So very good movie. It won 9, oh no, 9 Academy Award nominations, and won Best Supporting Actor and Best Original Screenplay. So, Good Will Hunting. And that's all for today. Let me know in the comments what did you think of any of these movies. Which ones are you interested in watching? Tell me what back to school movies do you like a lot. Right now I'm really in the mood for some good elementary school age. I work in an elementary school, so elementary school age drama type, not so much the comedy. I know they made some comedies, so if you have any recommendations for those type of school movies, I would love to hear that. I know there are so many classics in high school movies, and one movie I haven't mentioned, one of my favorite, but it's not really a school movie, is My Girl. It takes place during summer school, and also that movie would have gone on my previous video too, in the summer movie recommendations, but I don't own that movie yet, so that's why I didn't put it in any of these videos. Oh, almost going on half hour. Wow. Well, thanks for watching, and if you made it till the end. Yeah, after work it's not that easy to get back into work, and then I really wanted to make a video as I promised. So yeah, thank you all your comments, and with that said, if for some reason I'm not answering or I'm late answering, it's because I'm back to work and I just have to get back into the whole work schedule biorhythm again. So I hope you found something that caught your eye, and you'll enjoy some good back to school movies. Thank you. Until next time. Bye and take care.